Welcome to the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly Hyperion Snipers episode, and this is a very, very big close-up of Marcus's face. Good old Remington's Edge. So I have gone through the Jacobs, and I have gone through Maliwan, and now it's time for Hyperion, which is a pretty big change of pace, because both Jacobs and Hyperion are very good snipers, but their red text, outside of a couple of exceptions, haven't been that great. And Hyperion's kind of the opposite way. I'll bring this up here. So I have all blades on these this time. I was reminded that all purple guns should spawn with accessories, and the blades don't really affect anything on them. So I figured that's the best accessory to go with. Hyperion snipers just aren't that great. If you look at this, they have medium damage for snipers. They don't have particularly great fire rates. They don't have any extra crit bonus. They don't have splash damage. There's really nothing special about them. And then they have your reverse. You see this, just not very fast. And they are accurate, and as you can see here, there's no sway and no recoil. So their big thing is accuracy. But they're typically, I don't like to make assertions like the majority of people don't like Hyperion snipers, but out of people I know, yeah, hip firing, they're kind of bad. But out of people I know, Hyperion snipers are kind of the least favorite for at least non-red text guns. So let's go into the red text guns, because these are surprisingly awesome. I'm actually going to start, I'll start up top with the longbow. We always start off top. So you can see the longbow here compared to its purple variant. It's got increased mag size, reload speed, and reduced damage. What makes this special is it's got burst fire, so it's like a doll sniper. You saw me, this is me holding down the trigger. And now you will see me going with this. So I've got 15 here. And it's really easy to keep those on target. So, there a few missed. So you can see how this thing, even though it has less... So I hit that 5 times. Some of the numbers are down already. So that's 8,505,000 damage. Now in the purple variant, that's 3 million. So you can do a lot more damage on a single trigger pull, but it's a lot of ammo. So it's kind of a question, like, is it worth that amount of ammo? With the Invader, if you're not using it as a main go-to gun, kind of like in my main build, I have the Pimpernel as my main weapon because it's ammo efficient. This isn't that. But if you have this and you need a slot, kind of like the Twister in my build, as a utility gun to deal with a badass or deal with a bad situation, or just quickly put something down and you're not really sniping, so ammo's not an issue, this is an awesome gun. It's hard to get to drop because it's part of a crowded loot pool, but this is a really good red text gun because it really changes how you use a Hyperion sniper. And it does more DPS, and I think that's the point of red text guns. They should offer more DPS with a different way of using that gun. And this nails it. You know, it's not just, oh, I have more damage on that bullet. You use more ammo, but you get more DPS, and because that, you know, the doubled mag size helps as well. So, and as well as the reduced reload speed. So I definitely think the Invader is a very good red text gun. I'd like it to be a little beefier, but it does come in elements as well. I have these non-elemental for the test dummy purposes, but you can get it in elements, which makes it even better. So a very good gun overall. Next, we go to the longbow. And the longbow is oh so awesome. Noponus would be happy to see anyone using this gun. So this is one of my favorite red text guns in the game. It's based off an E-Tech, and So Hyperion Sniper's not that good. E-Tech Sniper's freaking terrible. Longbow, somehow they made it amazing. It's really impressive that they're able to do this. So the longbow does a lot of things. It has, well, I should go back and compare that again. So it has increased damage, increased accuracy, increased chance to ignite, even though meh, and it also has increased critical hit bonus as well. So it's just kind of increased all around. And you can see that. Also watch my ammo here. So 109 or 10 million there. Now granted you're getting the fire bonus, but that's a big hit. Now let's look at our counterpart here. 3.6 million. Look how much more the longbow does. And watch my ammo again. 2 ammo for 3.6 million. 1 ammo for 10 million. I'll take the longbow, please. In fact, I wonder... The longbow non-crit doesn't even do that much less than an E-Tech on-crit. That's just how good the longbow is. This is a brilliant gun. It also has a... Because it is E-Tech, you know, typically your Hyperion snipers you saw were really slow. So this has a really solid fire rate. Really damn powerful. And I'll see if I can go back here. Kind of see the... It shoots in a bit of an arc here. You see I'm kind of shooting high. You can see it more if I guess I can quick run outside here. Shoot it into the sky. See if you guys can see it better there. So you can see it shoots in an arc. Man, that's awesome. So, again, I love this gun so much. One of my favorite snipers in the game. Because it's interesting to use. Again, I like the no sight. It makes it more challenging. And it's just deadly powerful. As I missed 2 of those. So, massive power. Massive crit. My only criticism of this gun is it doesn't come in all elements. Because I would love to be able to use this on loaders, and I don't really care about a shock version or a slag version, but it'd be really awesome to have a corrosive version of this too. I just do peak runs using longbows. So 2 for 2 here. We are doing good. I think it's a lot easier to talk about guns when they're awesome than when they're not. So next we will have the Morningstar and the Remington's Edge. Also both pretty solid guns. Let me just get them on here. Gotta find a quicker way to do this. Maybe I can just throw them all on the ground at first. So, the Morningstar. You can see here you have increased damage, lower chance to ignite. So that's a pretty good trade-off already. Damage isn't huge, but it's something. So next is this gun. Talks to you. But you also have a critical hit bonus as you shoot enemies with this. So 6 million, 7.5, 7.5. I'll let it go down. The stacks stay on there. They don't show up on the screen. It would have been nice if they kind of made a skill where you see it on there. So 8.9. The stacks stay a while. 10 million. So it's not like, alright, they're kind of decayed. 10 million. So you see the stacks have a way of keeping on there for a bit. Now I'm going to switch to this red version of it. 6 million. So you can see the Morningstar has a lot of potential to get higher damage here. Whoop. Yep, that's the Molly-Wand barrel. So, oh, 4. Alright, now the stacks actually transfer when you swap guns. So let me make sure they're all away now. That looks more accurate. So 4 million. So you're doing slightly more. And then you get up there quite a bit. Now I'm not going to go over the math of this in this video here because, well, that would take a while, and that'll all be in the thread. That's where you go for the extra details on that. But you can see here the Morningstar definitely has a lot of potential, going from a 4 million critical hit to a 10 million critical hit, and that's a massive damage increase. It's a blue gun, it's a mission reward, it's easy to get. So yeah, this is another really good red text gun, and especially because no one's going to really want to use the blue variant or even a purple Hyperion gun. So again, another really good blue, another really good red text gun from Hyperion, and it's fairly simple and straightforward, but it's cool too. You can use that boost and then swap to like a lady fist or, you know, a shotgun or anything and really get more out of it. So it's got a lot of utility. It can definitely take out and kill enemies. Again, one more solid gun. So now we go to our last one, the Remington's Edge.
Pros and cons to each.
So, once again here, we have increased damage, increased accuracy, and then the Remington's Edge. So here, I'm going to crit here. Oh, that's not a crit. 2.9 million. Now I'm going to scope in here. 3.9. So again, 2.9, 3.9. So what's happening here is this gun has got a special scope on it. Not only has the highest magnification in the game, that's why you got our beautiful close-up of Marcus earlier, but you have an additional critical hit bonus while aiming down sight, which again, it's a pretty cool bonus. I don't particularly like this gun because when you're doing a lot of indoor sniping, this is too close. And a lot of Borderlands maps are close, and a scope with this kind of magnification, like I don't even like Hyperion or Jacob scopes, because I think the magnification on those are too much, and you end up over scoping in close areas where you don't want to. And again, trying to hip fire this thing, not very good. Now let's so that was a 3.9 million crit. I will compare this to the regular version of it, 2.7. So you can see quite a bit less. Not that there be any surprise here. So again, I think this is another win for Hyperion. 4 out of 4. You know, Molly one was 1 out of 4. I think Jacobs was 2 out of. God, they have a lot of snipers. What, 7 or 8? And if you notice on these, none of these really have any kind of drawbacks from their regular guns. They really did Hyperion right. I would say the Remington's Edge here is the worst one, because the scope isn't that great. The extra critical hit while scoping is good. No, definitely better than the other version. It's definitely a decent sniper. It's easy to get. You know, it drops from one of the assassins, and they have a high drop rate on their purples. So it's easy to get. It's a very good sniper. While you're leveling up, it's really good to get it. I don't think it's really endgame material, but you can definitely use it on the endgame. But between the Morningstar, I think for a blue, definitely outshines it. And then both the legendaries are really good. The longbow's definitely my favorite, but the Invader's a really good gun too. So yeah, Hyperion, 4 out of 4. All good red text guns. It's a nice change of pace here. So that's all I have for this video. It's pretty short and simple, and it's easy to talk about all these guns when they're all really awesome. Once again, go to the forums. The thread will be linked in the video, the description of the video below, so you can, you know, talk about these guns, or if you have questions about them or details, how to make them work, character specifics. People are having those conversations in there. You can comment in the comments below, and I'll definitely have a discussion there as well, but I think the bigger one's going on in the forum. So give it a like and a subscribe, head on over to the forums, join the conversation, and once again, the point of these videos is hopefully we can help Gearbox weed out some of the bad red text guns as the series goes on and more people get involved in it. Hopefully it gets pretty big, and that's what I've got for you. So thanks for watching. Bye.